the convention center in Atlanta is absolutely massive. And SkillsUSA is not just a competition for mobile electronics, it's also a competition for like IT skills and makeup skills and cosmetics and construction and literally any trade you can think of, there is a competition for it at SkillsUSA, and it occupies a huge booth that is about half the size of our studio here, or a company meeting room, whatever you want to call it. But I mean, it is just, in the scale, I didn't quite understand the scale of the competition until I got there, and we had to walk to the booth every morning because we were on the opposite side of the convention center, and we got to walk all the way down and see everything that it has to offer. But yeah, it is a huge competition.
And ultimately, Chris, tell the audience, what is the ultimate purpose of SkillsUSA and our competition?
Getting somebody employed is a main.
That's right.
That's our main goal, is to get these kids out of high school in a job.
Yes.
That is the ultimate goal. And,
yes, and that's
right now. There's 110 contests this year. They went up 4.
Wow.
Last year there's 106. We're at 110, and it even goes from contemporary speaking and letter writing. Resumes. There's an actual contest for writing a resume. And,
that's fantastic.
And then jet mechanic down from us, and anything you could think of. And I just heard they're doing an actual wedding out of the contest this year. Somebody hired. They do wedding cakes there, and they're going to take the wedding cakes and donate them to 4 different weddings.
That's amazing.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's awesome.
In Atlanta. Wow. They offered them up after the contest. They're going to give the cakes away.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And,
wow.
Yeah,
well,
I'm looking at my little
we
notes
also
here.
need to mention that SkillsUSA is available to any student that is secondary or post-secondary at a technical or trade school. So right here in Stillwater, we have Meridian Technology Center, and they are part of SkillsUSA. And I don't know how many contestants they have, but it's a lot because they compete in a lot of different programs. Mm-hmm. And it's actually where we conduct the Oklahoma SkillsUSA competition. And the winners of the Oklahoma competition go on to the national competition in Atlanta. And Chris, I also want to let the audience know that you are very actively recruiting more manufacturer participation. You've been to Knowledge Fest at least once that I'm aware of. You were at SEMA with us.
I'm going to Knowledge Fest, then I did SEMA, and I'm going to Knowledge Fest on the 2nd and 3rd. So I'll see you there.
You're quite literally going booth to booth, door to door, knocking and saying, hey guys, I'd love to get you involved. What can we do? Mm-hmm. And so I appreciate you putting that effort into it.
Yeah. I can't do it without you guys.
Team effort.
I need all the
definitely.
Team effort.
It's definitely a team effort here.
Yeah, because it's not an inexpensive venture. It takes about $20,000 a year to run the contest, and that's done through donations or out of pocket, and that includes like what doesn't include what Jacob just did there with those boards. That's a kicker only thing that he did. Kicker donated those, and those I love it. Tell them what I had before, Jacob. I had a pegboard with 8 speakers tie wrapped to it.
Yeah,
that were broken.
So this is a board that we are going to use at the competition to train these students on how to wire up speakers and subwoofers. So the idea is that they're going to take and wire the subwoofers in different combinations of series and parallel to try and achieve like 1 and 2 ohm, 1.3, 2.6 ohm loads, things that are usable with amplifiers in real world situations. Now, what we had before, the last time we were doing this, we had, and just like Chris said, it was literally an old pegboard that was probably 15 years old, and it had a bunch of it had 8 Boss 6.5-inch speakers on it, and the speakers had so many students hook alligator clips up to them and pull alligator clips off, and had bent terminals. Imagine 15 years of people putting connections on and off of these things. Some of the tensile leads were broken off of the terminals. Some of the wires broke loose. So in the middle of the competition, I had to resolder the wires back to the speakers using their soldering training rigs. And we made do, but after the competition, there's a picture of it.
There it is. That's it.
But after the competition, we were talking and we were like, man, we've got to come up with something better for this, because I mean, you guys see, they're not even all the same size, they're not the same brand, and it was great for what it was for a while, but it was time to go to the next level and upgrade it. So we designed this, and it's made of a much more sturdy material. It's designed to be broken down, and so now it can actually be stood up, and the students can work on it without having to hunch over. And I think it's just going to be a much more durable option for the kids, and plus they're learning on real subwoofers. That's what we had before.
Yeah, that's the difference about playing it by ear and taking whatever you could do out of pocket and making it work, to having manufacturer support. And that's what we need to keep this going, and support from everybody.
Chris, I have to tell you that I've said to many, many people, inside kicker and outside kicker, that it is because of you and your efforts that this particular competition has been continued for so many years. You are literally the heart of the mobile electronics installation competition for SkillsUSA. So we appreciate what you've been doing, and now we're here to help you with things like this, and with staff like Jacob and myself, to make this thing the whole next level. So thank you very much for all you've been doing.